Ooh, wait, is the hit on him? Like, I don't, I don't think he does anything. I had no idea what was coming for me. Hello, lovelies. Today we will be playing Perseverance. That will be fun. I am pretty sure it's like a point and like click type of thing. Pretty sure. But it gives off like what's it called? What's that called? Like Walking Dead vibes since it's about zombies as well. So let's see how this goes because our choices actually matter and that is gonna be fun. So let's get on into it. Ooh, I'm gonna have to talk. Hey, there has been a situation. An asset escaped from a research facility. We need you to retrieve her. Retrieve? I thought we disappeared people. What happened? Okay. we're already we're already bloodied. We're already doing things. Let me turn it up a little bit. Okay. You will be briefed in more detail shortly. We have our suspicions, but we need to gather more information. Have you finished your current assignment? Wrapping up, sir. Good. We are glad that your training pays off. I apologize if this ruins your holiday plans. Well, she's kind of already doing something, so did it really ruin it? I don't like the stillness, anyways. It breaks my focus. I'm better off working. Okay. Good. Contact your source, pick up your gear, and go through the briefing. Get this over with as soon as possible. You are in for a drive. Am I supposed to bring her back alive? Not necessarily. Understood. I should give the voice a different voice, but like, come on. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to have to say this. Okay. My name's Jack. Don't worry. You don't have to remember it. I'm going to die soon anyway. Wow, okay, Jack. Alright. I don't write these words to be remembered. I just want to explain how we ended up like we are now. How and why the mankind collapsed. How come I was the one to witness it? Alright. Ooh, pretty. To be honest, I just happened to be there when things started to get out of control. I was a simple guy, born in the mountains, always drawn in by the wilderness. But my parents wanted me to go to college. They worked hard and saved money on only so they could send me there. I had no heart to refuse. If anything good came out of this venture, it was Natalie. When I first saw her, I thought she was an angel falling down from the sky. We kissed, we made out. It was like heaven. But as soon as the world opened up before me, another force pulled me back to Earth. Okay. Very dramatic. I love it. My father was diagnosed with a terminal case of cancer. I went back home, back to Grayville, a small town in the middle of nowhere. The one thing that kept this place alive was the nearby military base. Nobody really knew what happened down there, but everybody sure loved talking about it. They said that the military conducted human experiments, or that they kept any UFOs, stuff that made kids go and watch, much to their parents' dismay. I disagreed. What you need to know is, my father died. I was left alone in my little hometown without any education. I couldn't get a job at the base, and the town didn't have lots to offer either. Thankfully, my angel didn't forget about me. Natalie called. I asked her to come, so she did. When I proposed, she gave me a serious look and said, "Kneel before me, man." I looked her straight in the eye, smiled, and just kissed her. I promised I would never kneel before her, and that I would always be there for her. I don't have to tell you to tell you that she accepted my proposal. I had to wait for her to graduate. When she got her degree, I convinced her to move to my part of the world. We got married. She got pregnant twice. In the end, Hope was our only child. Dang. 10 years later, I found myself with another kind of angel. Natalie became the angel of death. They wanted my manhood on a platter. Okay. Alright, I'm seeing signs. Stupid as I was, I didn't care. I fought back. Oh, Hope. Poor thing. Are you totally out of your mind? Look who's talking. Dang, Jack. Calm down. She's just a little girl. A girl. You know how to recognize one of them, right? Are you serious now? I'm dead serious, and I'm not letting you take our daughter on a hunt. Why? Do you really want her to be clueless, broad, who can't tell right from left, always dependent on others? You're making her a cripple, which she isn't. She still has time to learn how the rough world can get. She's not a child anymore. She's quite literally 10. She is 10 years old. If this is like a time skip. Alright, but like, last thing we saw, she was 10. You should see her when she's out there in the woods. Just see how smart she is and how quickly she learns new things. But, at least she's resourceful. But I never was. Nothing, forget it. I can't believe what you were just about to say. You know why I can't be around the forest. You know the whole story. I trusted you with it. And yet, you really think I don't want to be around my family? That it's not important to me to be close to you and Hope? That's not what I mean. Screw you, Jack. I followed you back to this place so you could take care of your father's house and his legacy, whatever it is. After 12 years, I still can't figure it out. Can you? Oh. I refused to stay at college and work on my MD because I was in love with you. You promised me happiness. I believed you. I believed in you. I'm working my fingers to the bone at the hospital to bring something to the table. I know it's not a banker's job, but I'm doing my best. What's the value you are bringing in? Dang. If it wasn't for this falling apart town and its part-time jobs, you wouldn't bring any money to this family. You should have gotten a degree. Oh, Natalie, you don't have to go to college, says a college student. If you had one, you could get a real job. We could stop worrying about money and the mortgage. We could be happy again. I could be happy again. Okay, Natalie. What are you trying to... I sacrificed enough. I gave you everything. Don't you accuse me of being a bad mother. Got it? Nah, you know I appreciate everything you do. I really do. I just wanted to teach Hope something useful. Hunting is a good way of bringing food to our table during hard times. Yeah, has a point. When real winter hits, I'll need her to give me a hand from time to time. I'm not letting you teach our daughter how to shoot animals with a gun. You know what? Maybe I wouldn't have to if you get... Oh, okay, Jack, you're one of those. Alright. If you had given me a son, like she can pick and choose. What are we talking about right now? Oh, man. I'm kidding. There are times when we don't pay much attention to what is really going on. It all comes down to survival. The survival of ego, expectations, and control. This is crazy, bro. The urge to win and gain an upper hand becomes so powerful, it makes us blind to the fact that we are hurting our loved ones in the process. Alright, we can apologize, remain silent, or persistent. Okay, so thinking about who Jack is. Jack wouldn't apologize, low-key, I'm kidding. He might apologize, you know? Because, like, he didn't mean to make Natalie sad. They both have points. Hope does need to learn to, like, fend for herself. But he did say some messed up stuff. So, of course, I want to apologize. But I'm trying to think of what Jack would want, you know? I feel like Jack would be persistent, maybe. I can't decide. I'm not a decider. I don't know what to pick. Let's just apologize and see where that takes us. How about that? Let's apologize. Because he did say he didn't mean it like that. Nah, I'm sorry. Ooh, Natalie might not take this. No, you mean it. I thought that we had left this terrible memory behind us. I thought you were over it. But I was wrong, wasn't I? After so many years, you still hold it against me. What are we holding? Do you hate me, Jack? Nat, you know I love you. Yet, you bring it up. You don't care how much it hurts, do you? Jack, what are you over here doing? What are we doing, my man? I'm going now. I don't feel like being around you right now. I know I won't change your mind about the honey. You'll do as you please. Just be careful with our daughter. She's all I have. Oh my god, Natalie, come back. Come back, Natalie. I shouldn't have been so rough with her. I probably should have gone by myself and never brought up the subject. Didn't expect it to become such a drama. I feel like it became a drama every time you, like, said something about it. I honestly feel like this is just a thing. Alright. Where are my car keys? I need to get moving. What am I gonna say to Hope? I've already promised her. Hey there, Hope. What are you doing out there? Come inside. Was Mom crying? Mom doesn't feel very well, sweetie. We need to give her some time. It's not true. Why were you two yelling? Is it because I told Mom I didn't want to go hunting with you? Oh. Dang. Hope didn't want to go hunting. Okay. Alright. You don't want to go? Why? Why didn't you just tell me? We always have so much fun watching wild animals together, Dad. I just don't want to shoot them. I was afraid you'd get angry if I told you, so I told Mom. Dang. Poor kid. Okay, she is 10. Bro, she's a 10-year-old, babe. I'm sorry. She does need to learn these things, but the kid doesn't want to hurt animals. Maybe if she was older, I'd feel like, yeah, you gotta, you know, you gotta start surviving out here. But, like, she's 10. But now you two are fighting because of me. I wouldn't... Look, it's not your fault. If there's something you don't want to do, just tell me. I won't get angry. I promise. You have shown us that you do get angry, Jack. You do. I'm sorry, Dad. It's fine. Hope. There's nothing to be sorry for. What were you up to anyway? You should have been back from school an hour ago. Nothing. Were you playing near the military base again? Ooh, Hope, babe. Get away from that. Hope? Yeah, but there were so many trucks and I saw soldiers in. I told you that Murphy's base is not a place for children to hang around. Nobody knows what is down there. Maybe there are aliens from another planet who came to Earth to kidnap children. Yeah, and they can read your mind, and if they see you, they can replicate your body. Have you been watching scary movies with your mom again? Scary movies with you. She's so cute! Hope, you're not supposed to be out there. Yes? No? Well, kind of. Mom was watching alone and I couldn't sleep, so I slipped in and watched with her. Okay. Hope. Why is she adorable? Invasion of the Body Snatchers is not a children's movie. Won't you agree? Yeah, it was really scary. Seriously, now, no one knows what kind of operation they are running at Murphy's. What's behind the fence? I know you're smart, so I trust you. Can you promise me you won't go near the base alone? I promise. Good girl. Maybe the aliens didn't see you, or maybe you're one of the replicas. Okay, Jack. Jack, okay. Let's not do this with our kid, alright? Oh my god. Wait, they're so cute though. Where's my beautiful daughter? Give her back, you monster. Hope, can you hear me? Dad, it's me. I knew you were in there. I'm coming for you, sweetie. I just need to fight this abomination first. Grrr. Dad, it tickles. I would give away everything to bring back those moments with her. Seeing her smile, feeling the pure love and joy around her. Okay, so what happened to Hope? If I was ever truly happy, it was when I was with her and Natalie. Back then, I took it all for granted. I just didn't pay attention. Alright, sweetie, I need to get ready for the trip. Ooh. Can I come? No, this time, I need to take my time and do some thinking. Trust me, it's going to be super boring. But one day, you'll take me with you again, right? I don't want to hunt, but we could still go bird watching together or something. Of course, sweetie. I'll take you with me next time. Great. Can I bring my plush rabbit? She's so cute. She's like me for real. Along? Sure, as long as you keep an eye on him. Where is he anyway? I don't know. I think I've lost him again. Oh, sweetheart. Have you tried the attic? Why would we want to go there, babe? Jack, please. I don't like going to the attic alone. When I come back, we'll look for him together, okay? I'm feeling like we're not gonna be together. I feel like something's gonna happen. Promise? Promise. Okay, I'll go and look for Mom. I think she's in the kitchen. Wonder what she's up to. I'm sad. I'm already sad. I've already formed a bond with these guys, and now it's gonna be ruined. She's probably preparing something for you, Dad. You think? Sometimes I wonder why your mom sticks with a clueless guy like me. Because she loves you. You're right, Hope. You're right. How do you know, Detective? Because she told me so. I love you too, Dad. I love you too, sweetheart. Now run along. Make sure you clean up your room before I'm back. Dad? Yes, Pumpkin. Do you really wish you had a son instead of me? She heard! Why? Guys, if you ever have a kid, don't say things like this. This is the craziest, it's just something you just don't say. It's so horrendous. It shouldn't matter what you have. You should love your child all the same. And that's my TED Talk. Alright. Hope, It's okay, Dad. I'll go see Mom. She said it was okay. No, Hope, it's not okay. Don't say stupid things like that, Jack. I'll go see how Mom is doing. I'll clean the room before you're back. As she walked away, I caught a glimpse of her tear in her eye. I had no idea of the damage I had done that day. I'm still trying to figure out what the freak is that? Malign force drove me to act like a bastard to my family. Maybe it was my short temper, or my lack of restraint. Maybe it was something else. Having a son had always been my dream. I would imagine teaching him everything my father had never taught me, taking him out in the world, watching him grow and mature, arm wrestling with him and sharing a glass of the same malt, discovering he'd become a superior man and feeling proud. But when Natalie got pregnant, I was clueless. I was as clueless as a parking machine. We lost our unborn baby. I messed up and lost my chance of becoming what I have been destined to be, a father to a son. Okay, I see what happened. So the first kid didn't go as planned, unfortunately. And so their second child was a girl instead. He was probably hyped up off of having a son, like for the first pregnancy. So the second pregnancy, he was really hoping. And that is just like, yeah, grief within itself, but it's just so sad. Poor Natalie. Oh, poor thing. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to realize that things which really matter in life cannot be brought. Oh, that's a bot. Cannot be bought, borrowed, or made. They just appear and disappear as soon as you stop taking notice. Ugh, this is so sad. Something's gonna happen while he's on this trip. Once they are gone, it's impossible to bring them back. It's hard for me to see Hope like this. I know she wants to look tough when she's around me, which should be more often. Jack, are we okay. I'll look for her plush toy once I'm back. She's very attached to it, and no wonder. Mr. Rabbit has been with us since forever. Wonder where she lost him this time. She gets distracted sometimes. Anyway, I need to get ready. I got a 2-hour drive to make, and it's already getting late. Having a wood house is great, but driving to the country's edge can get tedious. I should drop by Bob's gas station and pick up some supplies. I've made some sandwiches for the road. Jack, she loves you, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? Stop being a dummy head. Come on. Thank you, Nat. I wanted to tell you that I'm really hurt by what you said earlier, but I don't want to talk about it right now. You got me thinking, Jack. Thinking about you, about us, about our future. Nat, let me finish. I realize that I'm responsible for my own happiness and shouldn't burden you with it. I decided. What did you decide? I decided I'm going back to my studies and that I want to get my final degree. This is what I always dreamed of, after all. I remember you mentioned it a while ago, but I didn't think you were serious. Are you? Why wouldn't I? For starters, this is a huge decision. It will impact our lives. Don't you think we should at least talk about it first? We are talking about it now. Listen, I know we aren't on the greatest terms right now, but this is a big deal. I only hope we can take it over more before any decisions are made, okay? Besides, what about Hope? I trust you, Jack. I know you didn't mean what you said earlier. You were always a good father, and you still are. You will take care of her. Natalie, you're trying to leave? Like, you're, Natalie, you're crazy. Actually, what are we talking about? To be honest, I realized that I carry my share of guilt too. I found myself competing with you for Hope's love. It's crazy. Yeah. I don't agree with everything you do, but it's life, I guess. None of us is perfect. We just need to put in effort and make it work. And I know that it won't work if we keep living the same way, away from what we truly want. I want to become a physician, and that's what I'm going to do. Do I get a say? Do you want to stop me? I don't know yet. Well, what do you know, Jack? Okay. Okay. It's one of those. You were supposed to say, I know. I love you. You know, I do. Yeah, but sometimes it's nice to hear it from your husband. Makes you feel appreciated. This is crazy left field. Okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm a bit frustrated right now. I feel stuck, you know? I understand. But I'm not changing my mind about getting a degree just like that. It's important to me. We'll figure something out, Nat. We'll talk about it once you're back. Okay, so a lot of things are getting talked about once he gets back, and I'm feeling like it's just tingling in me. But something's just gonna happen once he, before he can get back. I just feel like something's gonna happen. I meant to ask you, is the Roadster working? I've low-key never seen this before. I wanted to say rooster, but I know that's not what it is. That's Roadster's working. Yeah, I fixed the suspicion. Oh, it's a car. Okay. I don't know cars like that. I fixed the suspension in the front tire. It should be fine. Last time it ran out of air, Bob came to the rescue, you know. It ran out of air. What is a Roadster then? I thought it was a car. What is this? Really? Our Bob? Well, ain't he a stand-up guy? It's not every day a girl gets rescued by a tall, muscular, handsome man. Natalie, oh my gosh, you're doing one of those. Okay. You're doing one of those? This is crazy. What's wrong? Are you jealous? You're a menace. That's crazy. You're actually insane. But like, you know, take it like a macho. Shrug it off. Confess your feelings. Should we confess our feelings? Right, this feels like me, alright? I feel like I always try to pick the perfect one. Take it like a macho. Shrug it off. I'm like, I don't care. I feel like he cares! But I feel like nothing happens. Like, does it matter, honestly? I'm gonna shrug it off. I'm gonna be like, I thought you were into older guys, like our Sheriff Hal. Oh, y'all are so catty. This is crazy. Y'all need a divorce. Anyways. Yeah, but I'm not into boring guys. Oh, wait. Oh my god. You really mean that? I kind of went like, I didn't say it right. Anyways. Natalie, come on. Come on, guys. Let's not do this, actually. Just kidding. If I had feelings, I might have felt something right now. Fortunately, I don't. I need to get ready. Oh my god. Y'all are crazy. Oh my goodness, guys. Stop being catty. Yeah. I gotta run some errands too. Don't forget your sandwiches. It's like, what side quest was this? I won't. Thanks, Nat. I love you. I know you do, Jack. Call me once you reach the cabin. Somewhere else. Okay. Reporting in. What's your status? The tracking device works perfectly. I'm 15 clicks away from the target. She is on the move, but appears slow and random. Doesn't look like a challenge. Where are we going after? Please don't. I don't know. Remember your protocol. Do not make a mess. Try to bring her alive, if possible. She might be valuable. Yes, sir. We inform you that there's another asset operating in your area. Should your efforts fail, he will move in. Okay. Understood. We are counting on you. Thank you, sir. So much is happening. Alright, we're at the gas station. Friday, Bob Station. Almost everything I need was at the cabin, but I had to pick a few things. So I'm talking way more than what I thought, so let me get a drink. Okay. I decided to stop at Bob's. I didn't feel like roaming around a supermarket. Besides, it was the only place to buy gasoline in a 30-mile radius. I also liked the owner, Bob. Wasn't his real name, but it was how he introduced himself. He told me his real name once, but I wasn't able to pronounce it correctly. His shop was only a place where you could score proper booze. The temptation was firmly there when I approached the door, and I struggled with it. On the one hand, alcohol would sure help me relax. On the other, I'd have to spend all my money, and I had little to begin with. Ooh, his shop looks nice. Hi, Bob. I feel like I've changed his voice 5 different ways. Jack! Good to see a familiar face. Like you see any other faces in here. You'd be surprised. I doubt I've ever seen as many new people as during the last 2 weeks. Why did I say it like that way? I feel like he's like a cheery guy. That's what I'm trying to say. How come? Beats me. Ever since they built the highway, there was almost no traffic around here, especially at this time of the year. But hey, who am I to complain? The more customers, the more money comes in. Anyway, what brings you here? Off for a trip? Yep, I feel like I need some time off. Where's Hope? Isn't she coming with you? Not this time. That's a first. I thought you were trying to teach her survival skills. She seemed into it. I still do. It's just, well, I had a big fight with Natalie over it. Do you want me to talk about it? Natalie gave me a lecture about kids and responsibility. She said Hope didn't want to learn about hunting. It turns out to be true. Hope admitted it. I don't know what to think of this all yet. Sometimes I feel like the worst father in the universe. Babe, there's too many fathers out there that holds that title. You're pretty low on the podium. I must admit, I see where they're coming from. Shooting prey wouldn't be my cup of tea either. Facts, Bob. Me either. I can't see that. What? You too? Guess this makes me the last barbarian in the town. I like animals. They are living beings just like us. Instead of killing, I would rather protect them, admire their beauty. You know, I wanted to become a pet once. It didn't work out though. I'm still paying off a painful loan for trying. I feel like it's laughing at you like that. Hunting isn't only about killing, it's about going back to your primal self. Oh my god, Jack, you're one of those. Okay. It's about tapping into your true instincts. It actually teaches you to respect nature. Wait, I accidentally changed this voice. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, maybe it still ends with animal dying. I believe you can have another kind of strength. For example, Natalie seems pretty strong and capable enough to provide for you guys, even though I doubt she has ever shot an animal. Yeah, about that. Aren't you and Nat getting too familiar with each other? What do you mean? She told me you were her handyman. Just wanted to do a good deed and help a woman in need. That look kind of rhymed. I kind of love that. A knight in shining armor? Where's your horse, chief? Okay, calm down, Jack. Same place yours is. I can't. These two. Jack is just out here doing his thing. What can I get you, Jack? I have a lighter, some batteries, and a few of those energy bars. Oh, and a flashlight. Last one I had is dead. Do you have bandages? Sure thing. Great. I'll take one. It's safer to have some. Oof. Should I get you the usual order as well? Actually, I think I still have some left in my cabin, but... Should we buy booze? How much money do we have? He wants the booze, guys. He wants the booze. I might as well keep a spare bottle. Let's have it. Worst case scenario, I'll be dead drunk for 3 days. Okay then, a flashlight, a bandage, some batteries, energy bars, and a bottle of whiskey. Here you go. Thanks, man. Keep the change. Bob? Yeah? You said that there are different kinds of strength in the world. I think you're right. And I want my daughter to have all of them. I want her to be ready for whatever life throws at her. You're a good man, Jack. Your heart's in the right place. You just need to find your way. Got to do my best, I guess. Have a good one, man. Bye, Chief. Nice. I had everything I needed. I intended to go straight to the cabin, leaving all the worries behind for a while. I was looking forward to getting away from the issue at home and focusing on something else. Well, you didn't know big things were going to happen. As I was putting my supplies in my car, I noticed something strange. A young woman was strolling down the roadside. At first, she caught my attention simply because she was coming from outside the town. The longer I watched her, the stranger it seemed. She looked to be around her 30s, but she was dressed more like a teenager. I was pretty sure she wasn't from around the town either. I couldn't figure out what she was doing out there, all by herself. Her clothes didn't suggest that she came from a hike. They were far too thin for the time of the year, and she wore heavy makeup, babe. I think we're in real time seeing some issues right now. It was smudged here and there, as if she had just run away from a bad party. I thought that maybe her date went south and some guy threw her out of his car without a warning. She looked confused, but strangely enough, she seemed happy at the same time. I decided I might as well talk to her. I mean, wouldn't you be curious too? To help her, yes, Jack. We can help. Let's be polite because, like, why would we question her? Hello, miss. Hello, angry mister. I'm not angry. My name is Jack. I'm Jane. Is everything alright? You look a bit lost. Well, I guess Where am I? We're in Grayville. Oh, wow. Never heard of it. Is it pretty? Wow. Aren't you a little, worried? How did you get here? Okay, I don't like how she's looking at me for real. Like, why is she looking at me like that? I don't know, really. Should I be worried? I have no idea. How come you don't know how you got here? I'd rather not say. It's embarrassing. You could tell me. I might be able to help you. To be honest, I have this condition. Sometimes I forget things, like literally. It's what happens if you live the way I do. Okay. Which is, I don't make much waitressing, so sometimes I volunteer to take part in a test. Do you know what a test is? Not really. You know, when a pharmaceutical company wants to introduce a new drug to the market, or a bunch of shrinks want to take a look into your subconscious, you sign some papers, swallow some pills, get examined, and get paid. Simple. Unless you die in the process. Or you get invited to a random location where they put you with some other people in an unusual situation, then they observe your behavior in the group and file some papers. I'm basically a part-time lab rat. It still doesn't explain how you got here. I walked for the past couple of miles. Some random guy picked me up and dropped me here. And prior to that, I guess I was taking part in a test. I think it got to do something with food. Okay, I said that in the worst way possible. What was it about? I told you, I don't remember. Besides, you're asking way too many questions, Jack. Is there someone we could call and ask to pick you up? That's another question. I guess we could call Jeff, but I doubt he would pick me up. Who's Jeff? My cat. Okay, it seems that you are doing fine. I'm hungry. I'll be going now. Wait! There's one thing you could help me with. Yes? I'm a little cold. Bro, I ain't giving you my jacket? Bro, something bad's gonna happen if I give her my jacket. Like, she's gonna wind up dead, and then they're gonna have my jacket. But Jack seems like an upstanding person who would give his jacket. Like, here you go. There's a jacket in my cart. Wait here. Here. You can have it. Thanks a lot. I borrow it for now, but I'd like to send it back when I get home. I didn't think you were such a kind person, Jack. You remind me of someone. Of whom? I can't remember his name. He was a good guy, working at the science facility. They were testing some new medicine, and I volunteered. I remember he looked kind of glum, like he was disappointed. He would stare at me through a glass window. I thought it was cute, as if he was too shy to speak. Anyway, would you give me your address so I can send your jacket back? Okay, low-key, I shouldn't have given you the jacket. I shouldn't have. Sure, I'll write it down for you here. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing my choice. My choice was bad. My choice was bad. Thanks, Joe. I'll send it back with some gifts. It's Jack. Listen, talk to Bob at the station down here. Ask him to fetch Hal Gifford for you, okay? He's the sheriff around here, and he'll help you. Hal Gifford. Got it. Gosh, I'm so hungry. I need to eat something. You'll figure something out. Sure. See you around, Joe. As I watched her walk away, I was pretty sure I'd never see that jacket again. Then again, I wouldn't be myself if I just left her like that. It was already getting late. and I still had a long way to reach my cabin. As I wasn't a big fan of driving after dark, I decided not to waste any more time. With my favorite band on the speakers, I turned on the engine and hit the road. The route I had to take wasn't popular since most of the traffic moved up the highway. On the one hand, it was good for the town, with less cars moving through. On the other, little traffic was bad for business, such as Bob's. It was bad for business in general. If it hadn't been for the military base employees, the town would have dried up. A few miles out of the town, I saw a woman. Okay, you're just seeing a lot of women, Jack. There's so many women. Oh! She was leaning back against her car, smoking. She appeared to be. I'm sorry. She appeared relaxed, enjoying the moment. Okay. Nah, that's our hip woman. Hey, girl. Seeing her in the middle of nowhere, chilling, gave me a funny feeling. She seemed to be okay with being by herself. I thought I could use a company like that. Back then, I assumed she was just another solitary soul passing through, never to be seen again. I began to understand what Bob had talked about, seeing new people and all. Babes. I don't know. For a second, I thought about stopping and enjoying a smoke with her. It's not like it would be a cheating or anything, would it? Never mind, Jack. Why would you even think these things? Why? Why are we like this? Before I had a chance to make up my mind, I passed her and kept on driving. That's exactly what you need to do. Like, just, she's just chilling out there. You leave her alone. I'm very on board with not stopping. Yeah. Ooh, wait. Is the hit on him? Like, I don't think he does anything. I had no idea what was coming for me. It took me forever to reach my father's land. I was tired and didn't know why. For a second, I thought about the woman from the gas station. What was her name again? Jane? Weird one. That one. I never actually met somebody who got involved in various tests and experiments for a living. The forest had always given me a sense of peace. My father had bought a large piece of land back when he was in his 20s. I wasn't sure what had been his idea for it, but since he was gone, the land belonged to me. If I had known any better, I would have started a plantation of some sort. Okay. Or chopped down part of the trees and sold them to the highest bidder. But I knew that there was something else about this place and about that cabin. Alright, so something is about the land. Okay. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I was drawn to it like a bee to a flower. Oh. 20 minutes later, I finally reached the cabin. Hidden deep in the woods, it was nearly out of reach. It was a place where I could cut off the constant noise. That was exactly what I needed. The sun was down already. I stopped in front of the door and to enjoy the silence. Alright. That Jane must have been a junkie or a hooker. Probably both. I might have made a mistake by giving her my jacket and address. We think of these things later, Jack. There's no way she could have just appeared in Grayville. Out of nowhere? She probably had her pimp looking for her. See, Jack, you're the type of judgmental person that I don't mess with. Alright? You did a good deed and then you're just like, ugh. All these other things. You could have just thought about it before. I don't think they'll go out of their way to come after you. You didn't look like you had much. The sheriff would take care of it, for sure. I wanted to enjoy the forest tranquility, but I couldn't. A dog was barking somewhere in the distance. I thought it was just a stray mutt. After a few seconds, the barking stopped. Oh, that's ominous, Jack. That's not a good thing. What do you mean? I let out a heavy sigh and opened the door. I instantly felt the familiar smell of wood and old blankets. Okay, somewhere else. Is this Jane? Okay, Jane. Ooh. Oh, she spit out the pill inside the cabin. First thing I did was find some matches and build a fire. It was a long time since I had stayed at the cabin. The air inside had gone stale. The furniture was covered in thick dust. Judging by the smell, a fungus had crept in somewhere. It felt like home. Okay, so you truly felt close to nature. You felt close to nature. I love that for you. I didn't have the energy to take care of it. As soon as I got inside, all my weariness caught up with me. I tossed my bag onto the bed and sat down beside it. The worn out wood creaked under my weight. I thought that I'd finally have a chance to relax. I was wrong. As soon as I sat down, my phone started ringing. The usual cheerful ringtone was now almost painful to listen to. I remember the times when you needed to walk around the house to get a signal. You're that old? I'm kidding. Now these bloody things can catch up with you, even in the middle of nowhere. I reached down for my phone and checked the screen. There was a single name on it. Natalie. I'm scared. Right. I was supposed to call her. Was it already time for an aftermatch? Can't say I was ready, but I couldn't simply ignore her either. Hello, Nat. Hi, Jack. How was the road? It was fine. I just got settled. Listen, about earlier. I think all has been said, Jack. Can you please just, for a second, stop pretending like you know it all? Okay. You were right. I'm not over what happened to us. But all I wanted was for Hope to be happy. I wanted to spend more time with her. That's why I suggested we go for a hunt together. Did it ever cross your mind to actually ask her about what she likes? Nat, she doesn't know what she's into. I can give her a hammer and a bag of nails and she'll be into carpentry. She's just a kid. It's up to us to show her the options. I think you're underestimating her. She ain't a small kid anymore. You said it yourself. Well, I think you're overestimating her. Guess we're in a pickle here, aren't we? Guess we are. I can't stay mad at you, Jack, even if it hurt me to the core. I'll make it up to you, Nat. Anyway, the hospital just called, and apparently they got some hard junkie case over there. I need to take a nighter and put Hope to sleep early. Is she gonna be okay? Yeah, don't worry. I asked Hal to check on her later. He said it's fine. When Hope's out, she's out for good. Speaking of she wants to talk to you. Hold on. Okay. Hi, Dad. Hi, sweetie. Mom said there was something on your mind. Yes, I was thinking very hard about the hunting, and I came up with a great idea. Listen, I'm all ears. What if instead of shooting animals, we catch them? We could later bring them home and tame them in the backyard. I would take good care of them and... Hope, sweetie. Okay. So we have a dilemma. We could say it's impossible, or it's a great idea. By saying it's impossible, we'll just do the usual Jack thing where he's just like, oh, I can't really do that. Or by giving her hope, then we kind of listen to Natalie about the whole, is it a great... It's honestly not realistic, but she's a child and she'll grow up to understand that it isn't. Instead of just crushing her dreams, there's some animals you can keep. Just be like, it's a great idea. Yeah. That's a great idea, Hope. It was an awful lie. I know, but hearing how proud she was of her idea, I simply couldn't bring myself to break it to her. Sadly, I'd always been a poor liar. Okay, so I made the wrong choice. I should have just said it was impossible. Right? You don't sound convincing, Dad. Well, you see, we can't just tame wild animals. They're much happier in the wild. That's where they belong. Then maybe we could at least get a dog? I always wanted one. A dog can protect me and Mom if something scary happens, and he can be my best friend. Hope, we've talked about it already. A dog is a huge responsibility, and with me and Mom working, we wouldn't be able to take care of it properly. I could take care of it myself. Maybe this way Mom could come on a trip with us. She wouldn't be so scared of the forest if there was a big dog next to her, right? We'll talk about it when I get back. Oh God, it's always when I get back. Is he gonna get back? But Dad... Anyway, I heard you'll be staying alone tonight. No scary movies, okay? Okay, nothing scary, I promise. Don't tell Mom, but I'll be watching Princess Dragon. Princess Dragon. Aren't you a bit too old for a fairy tale? It's my favorite movie. How do you know it's a fairy tale if you have never seen it? Hope you're so cute. Well, I asked you to watch it with me once, remember? You never did. We only do things you want to do. Dang. Okay. I'm sorry. I've been busy, okay? Yeah, because you're always sitting in your shed with your monster car, or you're out somewhere far without me. Having fun by yourself, Dad. Oh. She hung up on me. That was a first. It wasn't a proper way to act for a child. I realized that I'd never noticed how quickly she became like her mother. She was all Natalie. All right. For a moment, I just sat there, staring blankly at the screen of my phone. As soon as I had nothing to really focus on, all thoughts I've been trying to suppress throughout the day started to come up. Thoughts about Natalie, thoughts about Hope, too scared to tell me that she didn't want to spend time with me the way I thought she wanted. Tears in her eyes when she asked if I would rather have a son in this discussion we just had. I knew I would need to face these things eventually, but not at the moment. Back then, I just wanted to rest. Was that too much to ask for? I reached into my bag and pulled out the extra bottle I'd bought at Bob's. Another one should be somewhere around. Felt like emptying both. The bottle felt heavy in my hand, full of golden liquid. I looked down on the label only to notice something unexpected. Hey, look, old man, isn't it your favorite brand? Bottle A whiskey. These days, thoughts about my father really crossed my mind, so when I saw the label, I couldn't help but smile. How many times have we drunk it together? Twice? Once for my 21st birthday, and once again when I came back to take care of you. You promised to drink with me again when my first child was born. You ran out of time, old man. I knew that if I took a sip, this conversation would go south. That's why I decided to. Should we drink or go to sleep? Honestly, let's go to sleep. Alright, let's go to sleep. That was too much excitement for one day. I didn't feel like indulging myself in a drunken trip down memory lane any longer. Besides, I was looking forward to some quiet time next day. I put the bottle away and dozed off. Ooh. Okay, it's Girly Pop again. Reporting in. What's the status? She's on the move again. I found a tracking device. Oh! I'm getting it. I'm getting it. They're trying to find Jane. Jane just spit up her tracking device. Okay. It looks like she ripped it away with her own teeth. I've spoken with the guy who saw her at the local gas station. Please tell me Bob is still alive. Seems she got tangled with the local authorities. Nothing I can't handle. This better not influence your schedule. It won't, sir. Good. You have 24 hours to contain the situation, keep a low profile. Okay, so she's the girl we saw while we were driving. Why's she up here, though? This is crazy. Yes, sir. Well, she is near the military base. The additional asset has been involved, by the way. Once the target is contained, we will have another task for you. Please tell me the additional asset isn't me. Understood. Okay. So they're looking for Jane. But they're up here, so it's kind of like, Saturday, inside the cabin. That night, I slept like a baby. To my own surprise, I woke up fresh and energetic, which is rarely the case. It didn't take me long to realize why. When I looked out the window, I noticed the sun was already high. I must have been out for at least 10 hours, which meant I had wasted my first day. No animal I was interested in would be active in the middle of the day. I heard the barking again. The dog had to still be out there somewhere. What's wrong with this mutt? I closed the window, but it got me thinking. Why would a dog still be out there? I decided to check it out. Leaving it like this could be dangerous, especially if the dog was aggressive. Stumbling upon it during a hunt could end badly. I grabbed a pocket knife from the shelf and my bag with Natalie's sandwiches. The stuff I had bought at the gas station was still inside. I took my rifle too. If the dog had rabies or some other disease, it would fall onto me to do something about it. Okay, Jack. Armed, I left the cabin. Ooh, pretty. Following the barking was difficult. I couldn't use any of my usual tracks, so I walked into the forest blindly. Whenever the dog went silent, I was left without any clues where to go. Are they gonna make me choose where to go? So I just waited patiently for it to start making noise again. Can't say I really minded in the end. A chance to spend time surrounded by nature was the reason why I had come here in the first place. Fortunately, but oddly at the same time, it seemed that the dog wasn't moving at all. Like it was just sitting there, barking the whole day. Wandering through the forest took me almost 2 hours. It must have been long past noon when I finally found it. Aww, the dog is meant for you guys. Oh wait, it's tied up. Alright. I had expected many things, but not what I saw. Instead of a stray mutt roaming around, it was a dangerously looking hound tied to a tree. It was a magnificent beast. Okay. Big and sturdy. I didn't know much about dogs, but even I could recognize a purebred when I saw one. Jack, you speak interestingly. Looks like he spent at least a couple of days in the forest. He was a bit dirty, but still healthy and strong. There was a bloody wound on his neck. The color must have cut his skin when he was struggling to set himself free. Someone must have left him here to die. If I laid my hands on the guy who did this. See, this is the dog that we could take to our child, guys. Even just thinking about it made me furious. Someone decided to leave an animal to starve to death. Like he couldn't leave it at a shelter? And why? There may be a reason. He might be a cold-blooded killer. But y'all treated him that way. Out of shame, because it was a long drive, these were all trivial. Yet, there we both were. Hey there, buddy. Grr. Oh, okay. Easy now. Easy. I tried to approach the dog, but it turned out to be more difficult than I had expected. I had to focus on keeping all my fingers intact. First of all, I had to free him, somehow. Touching the collar was out of the question. Tinkering with it at this point would cause him too much pain. Cutting the rope seemed to be a better option, but I couldn't do it without getting closer to the dog. I needed to somehow gain his trust. I don't know. Oh no. Head on so it can see you. Well, if we touch the thingy, he might get aggro. So maybe from the side. I didn't want to make him feel more threatened than he already was. That's why I decided not to rush things and slowly approach him from the side. He seemed tense and alert, but didn't make any move. Can't say it was a big progress, but hey, at least there was no growling this time. Then he looked at me, baring his fangs. This wasn't the way to go after all. This isn't fair. Okay. I had to start from the beginning. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's just do it anyways. Approach the dog head on. Alright, I didn't make the right choice. With the rope tied to his neck, I could more or less predict how far the dog could reach. That's why I decided to approach him head on. In the worst case scenario, I would just get out of his range. Grr. It wasn't a poor choice. He didn't attack me, but he definitely felt threatened, for he took a step back and bared his teeth, wrinkling his nose. I could see it in his eyes. That he didn't want to fight me, but knew that he could not run away. If I got any closer, he would snap. I guess look him in the eyes? Why would I avert my gaze? Look him in the eyes. Among humans, when you want to convey sincerity of your action, you look the other person straight in the eyes. Maybe I should have picked the other one. I don't know. But apparently, that's not how you do it in the animal kingdom. The more I looked, the more frightening the dog grew. It got low on his legs, his tails curled. He took a step back, but at the same time prepared to make a leap. It wasn't the kind of reaction I had wanted. Grr. Things didn't look good. I was worse at handling dogs than I had imagined. If things had continued this way, I would never be able to get him to cooperate. But I couldn't just leave him there. I needed to find a solution. I took a step back and watched him push himself out. I tried not to look him in the eyes. Fortunately, I had one more ace up my sleeve. Yeah, avert your gaze. I didn't want him to feel challenged, so I gave him space by averting my gaze. I was still a little worried how he would react, so I watched him from the corner of my eye, ready to back off if needed. But it seemed the dog finally gained some confidence. He started to wag his tail timidly alongside the fear. I caught a glimpse of curiosity. The fangs were still there, but more as a reminder rather than a weapon ready to be used. He was waiting for my next move. I finally got my chance. We were still far from friendly terms, but that was about to change. I reached for my bag and opened it slowly. The lovely smell piqued the dog's attention immediately. I had something no meat eater would be able to resist, especially not one that had just spent a few days stranded in the forest. I fished into the bag and pulled out one of Natalie's sandwiches. I'm sorry, Nat. It pains me to do it, but it's a necessary sacrifice. I know you would understand if you were here. With a heavy heart, I grabbed one of the sandwiches Natalie made for me yesterday. It was probably not the healthiest food for an animal. But hey, he probably didn't care. Time for worrying about nutritional values would come later. I ripped the package apart and threw its content near the dog. It disappeared faster than I had thought possible. The dog must have been here for days. Wow, you must have been really hungry, huh? Oh, he's so cute. No worries, there's more of it. I unpackaged 2 more sandwiches and tossed them to the dog with his fangs out of my way. I finally had my chance to take care of the rope. It was a thick one with a polyester cover. I didn't know much about ropes, but if I had to guess, I would say it was probably used for climbing or selling, somewhere where durability counts. The knots used to tie it around the tree wasn't trivial either. When the animal tugged in an attempt to free himself, it only grew tighter. At this point, there was no way to untie it, not with a pair of sharp teeth ready to bite my arm off. I needed to cut the rope somehow. The problem was that I wasn't sure if I was prepared. I quickly recalled all the things I had with me. I could use rifle, pocket knife, Natalie sandwich. Really? Really? Natalie sandwich. We're not using her sandwiches anymore. We could use the rifle. It'll scare him. A pocket knife would take forever, but it could work. Energy bar, no. Batteries, no. So it's between the rifle or the pocket knife. Which is the pocket knife, but it's like, how sharp is a pocket knife? I've been picking the wrong choices this whole time. I don't know which one to choose. I'm kidding. Oh, this is crazy. Let's go. Whoa. Let's go. Pocket knife. Well, an obvious choice. What else is a knife for? Sadly, it wasn't that easy. The knife was pretty dull, still useful for things like opening cans, but not so much for cutting with a rope so thick. It would have taken ages before I got through even half of it. I needed something else. Okay, we're going rifle. In the end, I concluded that trying would be a poor choice. Not only I couldn't predict if it would really work, but the sound of shooting would terrify the dog moreover. I could hurt him in the process. I needed to come up with something else. Well, an obvious... What? Oh, I think it just went. Let's go flashlight? No, just no. There's no way to use a flashlight to cut. Wait, I have an idea. Yeah, Jack, listen to me. What do you mean there's no way? A flashlight itself is useless to me now, but the light bulb could be used for various things. Starting a fire was one of them. I took the flashlight apart, picked the bulb. We're gonna go with batteries. I intended to use the batteries I had bought at the station and a flashlight, but so far I had neither the chance nor the need to do it. I took one out of the packaging. I had all the things I needed. Now was the time to set my plan in motion. Using the pocket knife, I broke the light bulb to expose the tungsten filament. Then I placed it under the rope and carefully touched the base of the bulb with the battery. The filament lit up immediately. The heat allowed me to melt the cover of the rope, which made cutting it much easier. As I was cutting the rope with my knife, I kept watching the dog. He sat there and was growling from time to time. I knew that he would attack if he sensed hesitation or fear. Dogs respond to emotions. I focused on the rope and tried not to think about him snapping at me. It took me a couple of minutes, but eventually the dog was free. Hey buddy, your prison time is over. Yay. What do you want to do now? Not that you have much choice. Sorry mate, but you look like a typical lap dog. Staying here is out of the question. Plus your neck looks pretty bad. Someone should take care of it. Perhaps I know a guy, but I need you to come with me back to my cabin. It's an hour's walk from here. So, what do you think? Are you up for a stroll? Oh, he's so cute. I'll take it as a yes. It probably wasn't a yes. The dog was still wary and rather hesitant to follow me. No wonder. It was impossible to tell how long he has been tied to that tree. Thankfully, at last the sandwiches did the trick. Dang, you just gave all the sandwiches. Ugh, Jane, what happened? Oh, that look, he scared me. I was able to lead the dog all the way back to the cabin. I pulled my phone out and called for oh, right. Natalie told us about okay, alright. About the whole at the hospital. Alright. I was able to lead the dog all the way back to the cabin. I pulled my phone out and called for reinforcements. I knew how to patch up small scratches, but this guy needed something more skilled than me. Hey, hi veterinarian boy. Hi, Jack. You remember, you must have been good with the ladies. Bob, if that's the first thing you think of, you're crazy. Yeah, sure. I need your help. You know a thing or two about treating animals, right? Yeah, a thing or two. Why, you had a change of heart about shooting animals? No, I still hold my point. But I found a dog tied to a tree, left him there to die. He's in bad shape. Did you beat up the guy? No, but I would have if I had the chance. Anyway, the dog needs your attention. Oh, well, at least it, tells us that Bob is still alive. The lady did not kill Bob. Thank you. Wow, I mean, it's awful. Let me grab my gear and I'll be right there. Are you going to leave your store unattended? Yeah, 2 hours won't hurt me. I've earned the weekend's money already. The troops that arrived recently at Murphy's base left a lot of cash. Alright, thanks man. See you soon. Okay, so they gave him a lot of money. Bob came earlier than I expected. My guess was he had been speeding all the way. Hey, Jack. Where's the patient? You don't waste time, do you, over there? Over there. It took some convincing to get the dog to walk through the door, but in the end, a prospect of a warm place to rest won him over. Bob approached the animal slowly. He clicked his tongue to get the dog's attention, then he extended his hand so the dog could smell it. Unlike me, he seemed to know exactly what to do. Bob reached down to remove the collar. I wonder if he would be able to keep his hands intact. Fortunately, he was. Not only that, he also managed to clean the wound, even though the dog clearly wasn't happy about it. Oh, poor dog. The animal began to growling and leaning away, but the fearless man grabbed him firmly. The dog calmed down. Although I wouldn't openly admit it, I was impressed. I would have never guessed that a simple guy from a small gas station knew so much about handling animals. To be honest, I used to look down on him. Yeah, Jack, you seem like the person to do that. I didn't know why exactly he had abandoned his studies. He seemed amazingly skilled. I doubt it was because of poor marks. He probably has a whole history down there. I've seen like 2 mistakes so far in writing. It's okay, guys. English is hard. Alright, I did as much as I could. The wound isn't actually that bad. His neck is swollen and there was some bleeding, but the cut wasn't deep. And he's a tough little fella. But remember, in the end, I'm not a specialist. You should take him to a professional. Yeah, I know. It's just that there was no vet around here. And driving this fellow back home without one would have been pretty hard on him. That's why I called you. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be open to trips with strangers yet. I also brought you some dog food. Thank you, Bob. Don't give him too much at once. If he didn't eat for days, he might not digest it properly. Anyway, what will you do with him? I don't know yet. When I found him, I had to help him. I didn't have much time to think about what to do with him later. I don't feel like giving him away to a shelter. Maybe you could take him? He seems to trust you. I would love to have a dog, but you know fully well that I can't, Jack. Don't tempt me. Why not? You seem to be doing pretty well these days, Anne. No, just no. You don't know how serious my debts are. I won't take responsibility for a living creature when I can't predict if I'll be able to pay my own bills next month. How a young guy like you got into such debts? Well, long story short, back when I was studying, me and my brother took over our father's company. It was in a pretty bad shape, but we were sure we could restore it and start making money again. I even dropped out of college to have enough time to make it work. It didn't work out. The amount of work overwhelmed both of us, but we didn't want to give up. We were stubborn people, me and my brother. Eventually, we went to a bank for a loan. That's how we ended up in debt. At one point, my brother decided that it was all my fault, that I hadn't done enough, that I was slacking. He accused me of all his bad decisions. I snapped and left. I've taken his gun with me. Oh, dang. You did it all right. A few months later, I ended up here. Sounds tough. Yeah, I doubt there's anything worse than losing your close one's support. Sometimes it's better to leave them than to manage with a tough person. But hey, it's all water under the bridge, unless my brother comes after me to collect his gun. I didn't know you own a gun. Well, I need to look after my business. You never know. So, what do you intend to do with the dog? Actually, I was talking to Hope about adopting a dog yesterday, right before we started arguing. You seem to argue with your family a lot recently. I can sense your anger, Jack. Oh, really? What is it? Does my aura give it away? Jack, you're such a... Oh, Jack. Poor Jack. See, it comes out again. Doesn't matter if you believe me or not. Ooh, hit with the truth. Anyway, Hope accused me of not spending enough time with her, so I was thinking maybe getting her a dog would be a good way of reconnecting with her. Sounds like what she needs is your love, not a pet. A dog was just her way of drawing your attention. I know, but it seems like a good start, right? Sure, any reason to spend more time with your kid is good. You should give the dog a name. A name. Coming up with one was always tricky. It would have taken weeks if I was to really think it through. I decided to just go with what came to mind now. I looked at the dog. He tilted his head. The first idea was pretty simple. Odin. Oh my gosh, of course, Jack. You're one. Oh, okay. Alright. The Norse god of war, victory, and hunting. It was a good, strong name. The second name that came to mind was Xander. As a boy, I really hated learning history, yet I always liked listening about Alexander the Great. It seemed more thrilling than the rest of the subjects. I wouldn't mind naming a dog after him. The last idea emerged and I thought about Hope. What was this favorite movie of hers called? Dragon something. And where's the dragon? There must be a brave knight to defeat it. This guy here was big enough to be called Knight. Oh, I thought we were going to call it Dragon. So we have Odin, not picking that. Xander, Alexander the Great, he wasn't so great. We're just going to go with Knight. It's neutral. I'll name him. It fits him well. By the way, Jack, there's one more thing I need to tell you. Don't tell me you and Nat have an affair. I would have to shoot you right here. Okay, babe. I don't think Bob would do that to you. Bob seems like an upstanding guy. Please don't. I still got my debts to pay off. Well, you don't have kids, so they wouldn't have to do it. But I love the jokes, Bob. What is it then? There was a chick at the station asking for Hal. She said she knew you. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, she's just a chick I met and wanted to help. She seemed out of place. At first, I thought she was some kind of junkie. She gave me the really weird feeling she was shivering, too. Anyway, Hallie took her to the station, so she's not my problem anymore. But that's not all. Another woman arrived last evening asking after that chick. There was something about her. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And boy, was she a stunner. You should have seen her. She was lean like a doe. What? What was I saying? Bob's a guy after all. Anyways, the other woman? Oh yeah, she asked about the military base. I thought she might be a spook or something. A spook? You've been watching too many action flicks, Chief. I'm telling you, man, something's going down. So many new soldiers arrived yesterday. Now this woman, there was also a guy with a briefcase this morning, and he... Hold up, Bob. You're getting carried away. It's just another weekend in town. Only with some outsiders traveling through. Yeah, you're probably right. See, Jack, this is your problem. You think that other people's, worries and stuff are just no-brainers. Nobody should really care about that. Jack, babe, think about it. This is weird. You're near a military. It's weird, but I get it. You're like, all these, what is it called? Skeptics? All these skeptics. They have their head in the sand or something. I better head back. Got a business to run. See you later, Chief. When Bob left, I approached. I decided to try Bob's trick to see if I can get a similar result. I clicked my tongue and extended my hand. At first, the dog just sniffed my palm, reluctant to do anything more. But after a brief moment of hesitation, he licked my fingers. I took it as a good sign. It was a start. So, does this mean we're friends now? Well, we're friends. I scratched his back, causing a lot of tail wagging. It was just as I had thought. He was a lap dog. His previous aggression must have been caused by a mix of fear and pain. As I patted him on his head, he was nothing more but a giant pet. A pet with a jaw full of fangs and enough biting force to take your hands off. Still a pet. Hope would love him for sure. Funny that I came here to escape from all the tension with Natalie, but thanks to my new friend, I wanted to go back. I wanted to see the surprise on their faces. I wanted to see how happy Hope would be and how Natalie, unsure at first, would change her mind as soon as she saw them playing together. I knew it wouldn't resolve all our issues, that I would still need to face my shortcomings. The dog gave me a starting point. I knew what to do and had the confidence to do it. At least you knew, like, you're wrong, in a sense, Alright, let's save here. But, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will be back real soon. Have a good weekend, lovelies. And I'll see you guys again later. Goodbye.
Baby, I'm just trying to break away, but I just can't fight that. I want you.